Everybody, welcome to Life According to Logan. I had already done a video, edited it. Hope I said that right. But I didn't like it. I felt like it was too long. No one's going to listen to me that long. I'm not that interesting. So I just want to give some updates. I was at the yard. I already have a little short video where I showed the camera, which is right behind this, and the Geo tab. So far, I haven't had any real issues with it at all. It does speak to you. Thankfully, it's not so loud to where it kind of startles you. But there was 2 times where it told me my seatbelt wasn't on correctly, but I think it's because it couldn't really see it, because sometimes my lower back hurts. I don't have a lumbar support thingy yet, but sometimes I'll lean forward when I'm driving just to relieve some pressure, and I was wearing like a baggy sweatshirt. I think it kind of covered it, because I don't know how much better I could wear it. I always have it like this way, right? And then there would be several times where it would tell me to drive at a safe distance. Now, one time was my fault because I was trying to get around someone and there was a lot of traffic, so I had to get right behind this Schneider driver. And I was backing up a little bit, but it said, travel at a safe distance, and I was trying to pass. But the 3 or 4 other times, there was another, like a 4-wheeler, just, I'm cruising along and they'll go zoom, right in front of you, and then it pretty much within a second of that will say follow at a safe distance. But that's not my fault, But other than that, I haven't had any issues that I can think of. I love using the Geo tab. I'm starting to get really used to it. It works great. I didn't realize this at first, and I'm sure everyone knows this that has one, but geez, it does have a stylus. So if you got big fingers, it's this thing that looks kind of like a screw type deal, and you can type with that and all that and get those little buttons just fine with that. Geez, it is made to really stay in there though, but I really like it. It works very fast. It's easy to see and read for me. So far, I like it. So far, no problem. But it was in the yard, and they were deadheading people like 600-700 miles to Georgia because they needed help in that area, and they sent me, and I was told, because at first I was going to turn that shit down because I'd already deadheaded, and that's why I'm in the position that I'm in, not getting paychecks, right? So they said, your fleet manager will pay you for that. I don't know how much it was, but I'm figuring maybe the cost of fuel, because I had to fuel up to leave because I was at a quarter tank, and I fuel up in the yard before I leave. It's going to be the cheapest. At least that's what it looks like when I see my bill. So I headed to Georgia. On my way there, I got a pre-plan. I accepted it because it was a decent pay. Got that, and it was sending me to Orlando, Florida. And I already know that going to Florida, which will be my first time going to Florida in my own truck. I've been there on vacations before, and we went there once or twice during training, but this is my first time going there under my own truck. Beautiful weather, love going there. I would love to go back for a vacation at some point, see all the different things that I normally don't get to see. The 2 times I was there, I was a babysitter. I got to help my parents out with my nephews, but their grandkids, of course. So went down there, and I was nervous because by the time I got down there, it was going to be the weekend. So it's already, I've been told by dispatch, difficult to get good loads or loads on the weekends, but I know it's going to be especially difficult in Florida. But as I was being unloaded at the Publix there, I got a pre-plan for a Coca-Cola plant that's about 40 miles away. You all have probably been there because there is a Prime lot apparently really nearby in that same area. And I went ahead and I got in there, and I was looking at the reviews for this place, and I was getting nervous because they were not good reviews. You can go look at it. I think it was in Aberdeen or Auberdale or something like that, Florida. It's going to be southwest of Orlando and all that. So I was nervous because even people that were drop and hook were complaining they were there for hours and hours. So I got there 3 hours early because they're like, if you need to get there early, you're going to be waiting in line forever, whatever. They must have changed something, or I went on a good day. Because I got in, there were 3 people ahead of me. I didn't wait more than 30 minutes for my turn. My drop and hook was ready, so I got to drop and hook and get the hell out of there. I had a great experience. Everyone in there was very kind. So now I'm on my way to Illinois. Yeah, I'm on my way to Illinois. I have about 3 hours left of my drive. I'm going to Olney. I don't know why. It's a little name. It's difficult for me to say for some reason. There's a Walmart there. So my appointment isn't until 6:30 tonight, and you can't arrive to a Walmart more than an hour early. So I'm sitting here wondering what to do, because I have a fuel stop that is at the Love's out there, and I've already looked at the reviews, and I've already talked to my my trainer last night. He says, oh, that one, he says there's a Love's there, but it's hard to get parking because of these reasons, but there's parking across the street. So now I'm sitting here wondering, you know, do I drive out there and do a split shift and possibly not calculate that right, and then when I'm done at this Walmart be in the negative and have to find safe parking late at night, because that's what I'm going to have to do? Or do I sit here until about noon, drive, fill up, hopefully find parking, and then do the split shift then? So that's what I'm sitting here trying to debate, and I'm thinking I'm going to wait till noon. What time is it now? It's almost 11. So I think I'm going to wait till noon and leave. I got 3 hours, and if I have any issues, I'll be fine. I'll get there, fuel up, find some parking, hopefully start my split shift. Maybe I'll be at that Walmart 2 hours. Maybe I'll be there 6, 7, or 8. I have no idea. I'm wondering if I've been to this Walmart, because the directions and to like how you do things in the lot, I think I've been there before, but I can't fully remember. So I guess we'll see. Financially reasons. Oh, I got this shirt on to help me keep positive. Have a beautiful day. You can find these sweatshirts through Hybrid Calisthenics on YouTube. The guy's name's Hampton. Goes over calisthenics and stuff, but I'm not going to talk about that right now. I'm trying to see the bright side of things. I don't like making the content that I've made where I've been complaining about the situation, even though I have a right to make those complaints, because I acknowledge everything that I'm doing wrong, which isn't really that much, and it is not things that lead to me not having money. So 3 weeks I got $0, but I'm now out of the hole, because last Friday I got a paycheck. Sadly, it wasn't enough to cover my car payment, but I was able to pay my internet, because it turns out I need that. My phone won't bring up the Prime app and stuff. Even when I had a hotspot, it barely would want to work. So I'm like, well, I have to have this for work. So I paid that and the late fee, so that's up and going, and my app works. And then the reason I didn't get as big of a paycheck is because when I was getting my camera installed, a light come on the dash and it needed a regen. And so they wanted my permission to do that. I said, absolutely. Go ahead and do that, because I want to leave out of here with no issues. Well, it turns out for some reason it wasn't clearing, it wasn't working for them, so they had the Freightliner guy come out the next day, and he did it, which is going to cost me. On top of that, there is a recall on the right steering rod, which, if you've watched any of my past videos at all, you know that I already got that checked out twice with Prime. But according to the Freightliner guy, Prime doesn't always report that, so he had to do it, but he promised me I'll never have to do it again. So that cost me. And then he says, I can do an inspection on your truck, but that's free, just to make sure you're good to go. I said, if it's free, please do it, because if I have to do anything else, I'm on the yard. I can get it done. Everything was fine. So my truck's good to go. He did a regen, said everything. I'm good to go. So when I got out of the truck, and this is like back then, it's kind of funny to me. I got out of the truck and I look over and there's a guy messing with my tire. And I look at him, I'm surprised, and he's looking at me and he goes, oh, I'm the Michelin guy. We sometimes come out, we check out the tires, and we do our little calculations and stuff. He's like, I would have knocked, but it looked dark and I didn't want to wake you up. I said, oh, okay, I just want to make sure no one's trying to steal my tire, because that's like the last thing I need to deal with, is someone stealing my tire. But no, he, real nice guy, explained what he was doing, and he said, hey, if you're okay with it, let me give you my card, and next time you're going to be in, let us know, so we can come and check out your tire, see how it's doing. We track this stuff. This helps us to keep the maintenance on the tires up to date, anything they need to do to improve their tires, science and engineering wise. I'm like, yeah, so I have his information here and I'm good to go. So the only other thing I'm going to talk about, so this video isn't too long, is I just got off the phone with my bank about my car payment, because I just mentioned that, you know, I'm late on that. Talked to them, talked to a lady, she's really nice, and I said, hey, you know, this is my situation. I'm sorry this is late, but can you give me an extension? Please don't repossess my car. I'm really trying here. And she says, oh, we ain't going to repossess your car over 1 month. And plus, you're talking to us. We know what's going on. We're not going to do that. She says, when can you pay it? And I said, well, I don't want to promise this Friday because I have no idea what I'm going to get. But definitely the next Friday. She says, okay. She says, we won't report anything negatively until you're 30 days late. So if you pay on the 29th, which is that next Friday, we'll have to report it. But if you can pay it before then, please do. Otherwise, we're not. But don't worry, we're not going to repossess your car. You know, you'd have to go like several months for that. And so I'm like, you made my day a lot better. I feel a lot better because I was really stressed about that. I'm like, man, you know, what am I going to do without a car? Yeah, I don't get to drive it all the time, but it's like the only thing I have left. And I have that vehicle. Not only, so I have a reliable vehicle, because my vehicle of 15 years that I traded in for was starting to have very expensive things happening into it. And the only reason it got fixed is because I have a very dear friend that helped me out, and I will be forever grateful for that. So if you're watching this, you know who you are, and thank you so much. She has really been there for me through this. But it's not only to help me build my credit rating back up, because I've been poor a long time and things got late and all that, but I have no payment history established because I haven't been able to finance anything for years. And I've been told by credit reporters and all that actually hurts me more than the bad credit, because they can't even at least see, okay, well, your credit's bad, but we can see for 2 years you've been making a difference, so we're going to give you a chance. So that's really what's been hurting me the most. She says, your credit, yeah, it's in this area, but it's not that bad, really. You know, if you had established, you know, payment history that is good, you'd be doing a lot better. You'd be able to finance things. So I'm like, perfect. So this bank that I'm working with is the only bank out of 32 banks tried that would give me a chance. And so I'm very thankful for it. And I just really, one, I need the car to drive, but also I really am trying to work on getting my debts down, my credit rating up, because I have plans for the future. I would very much like to own a home by the time I'm 50, at least before I'm 55. And I'm telling you, I'm not that far away. I'm going to be 47 next year. So I don't have a lot of time. I'm not sitting here trying to put unrealistic goals on me, but I believe I can get out of debt with this job when it starts paying me in 5 years. I will have to be very strict with myself on my budget. I won't be able to buy a whole bunch of like outlandish things or anything like that. I have to put a lot of extra money towards the principal, you know, but that's my plan. That's my 5-year plan. So anyways, this has already gone longer than I wanted. I didn't want to be over 10 minutes. Looks like I am. But thank you for tuning in. Again, I want to do better content. I love being at Prime. I'm not mad at Prime. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, even though I have had the advice, not only in the comments, but from my trainer, to leave. I'm not going to do that. I believe I can be successful here. I do. I see it happening. I want it to happen, and I'm going to make it happen. If I have to struggle, then so be it. I've struggled before. This is just another hurdle, right? But I'm working on it. And my fleet manager, I will say it again, I really like him. I got to meet him in the middle of my ACE 2 class. There was a little break. I got to meet him. Nice guy. We're working on it. So, thank you again for tuning in. If you want to subscribe, that'd be most appreciated. If you want to give a like to help the algorithm out to my channel, that'd be awesome. If you want to interact with me or make a comment or have some advice, put it down in the comments below. I will respond to you when I have a free moment. I have a small channel, so that affords me the opportunity to be able to respond to everyone that wants to say hi or give me a critique or just say, hey, maybe you should leave. But I'm not going to leave just now. Yeah. I should talk to my my trainer soon and see if he'll allow me to say where he went and why. Because I'm not going to do that. But he did leave Prime. and he's somewhere, and he's really happy there right now. He's been there like a little over a month now. And it's an interesting company. I think it's a good company. You can guess, but I can't tell you until I have his permission to talk about it. So, alright. See you guys in the next video, and thanks again for tuning in.